Hey everybody, it's Callum and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last episode we collected all the secret seashells, and we are doing the figurine minigame. So I showed you where and how to get the Goomba figurine, and that is where you place it. You place it in Marin and Taran's house. All of the figurines from now on are unlocked throughout the story. I believe after every significant event you get a new figurine added to the trendy game, and you have to get it every single time that a new one arrives. But it's much easier to do once you finish the game. Since there are no rewards for it, it's kind of no hindrance to just do it after you've beaten the main boss if you want something to do. Because you can just get one, and then... That was awful. Yeah, you can just get one and then get the next one and then get the next one and then get the next one. You knock them out one after another, and yeah, you are going to see all of my attempts to get each and every single one. Some are more painful than others. And a lot of them I get on my first try, surprisingly. Because this game is notoriously buggy. With the claw game is notoriously buggy, not Link's Awakening. But in between each figurine, I'm going to be showing you where you can get them, because you actually have to place one down in order to find the next one. I keep forgetting that. A little hint for how to go about doing this. The base Mario enemies are in Marin and Taran's house, because they are a Mario reference. This house just has, like, what I would call maybe secondary Mario enemies, like Spinies and stuff like that. Uraira, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. He has all of the aquatic-themed figurines. So, we've done the Goomba and the Spiny. The next here is the Boo, which I believe counts in my category that I made up of secondary Mario characters. You'll get what I mean when I say primary and secondary, or like base and secondary, I think I said earlier, when we get to the second one that belongs in Marin and Taran's house. Oh, I just shuddered thinking about what one that was. You'll see. But for now, we have obtained the Boo figure. And that belongs all the way at the back of Mabe Village in this house. Again, the one with 2 front doors and 6 beds. Yeah, this is a big house. Big family. And next we have the Cheep Cheep. The first we are seeing of any aquatic figurines, aquatic-based figurines. See, look at how many of these I'm getting on my first or maybe like second or third tries. I wish I could say the same for all of the future figurines. Disclaimer, cannot actually fly. I didn't read that before. Also, if you can't see it, there's one there on the right, which is where the Cheep Cheep, on the left, which is where the Cheep Cheep goes. There is one in the back corner that I didn't see, so I thought it was a one and done job for this guy's house. It's not. There are 2 that go in there, and you know that gets figured out very quickly by me later on. And that later on is now, because the next figurine is another aquatic themed one, and it is the Blooper figurine. Do I get this one on my first try? Yeah, no. Interesting if I do. No, I don't. And there we go, the Blooper doll. Or figurine. It's not so menacing outside of water. For some reason I thought they might be in here, in the library, but there are no pedestals in the library. Again, I just completely forgot that Uraira... God, that's such an awkward name to say. I forgot that he had a second one, and I also kind of didn't see it when I went in there, because it's kind of small. So I checked the only other two houses that I really thought of. And yes, there are some that go into the owner of Bow Wow and Chow Chow's house, but they are only like Chain Chomp themed, so because you know that's the nature of that woman's house. And for some reason, I thought checking the Dream House was a thing that I should have done, or Dream Shrine. It's not in there. Do as I say, not as I do. Go back to Uraira. And for some reason I checked the shop. Why would there be... I was recording for like 2 hours at this point. This is that episode I did in between getting the 50th... in between the 49th and 50th seashells in the previous video. I had been recording for about 2 hours at this point. I was just utterly zonked out. I just wanted to get things done. And for some reason I thought, well, it was in his house, maybe it's in here, but this is literally a room that gets reused around the entire world, so you can't have a different one unless you want to use up more space and more memory for such a needless little thing. It is there in the top right corner. I'm just blind. Also, I've noticed the video is very, like, framey and jumpy. That's just kind of the downside of recording long-form episodes. It just gets really broken at parts. Next one is the Shy Guy, however. And I believe this is another first time... Yep. A first time catch. And I got scared, but no, that was definitely a first time pull. Now to bring in the themes again, when I said the like the base enemies, I checked the podium in Marin and Taryn's house. One was a Goomba, one was a Piranha Plant. Those are enemies that appear pretty much everywhere in the original Mario games, regardless of the level theme. Whereas these characters, like Boo, Spiny, Shy Guy, and I'm pretty sure I checked the sign already, but Pokey, they appear in themed levels, like the Ghost House for the Boos, Underground for the Spinies, desert levels for the Pokies, and some freaking level for the Spinies. And get ready. For the only sped up bit of footage in this video, me trying to get this goddamn Piranha Plant, I hated doing this. I think this is the one I hate doing every single time I do this. Granted, I've only done this twice. Because if one of the claw, like one of the parts of the claw, so much as touches a bit of collision, it will start descending. It will close without fully reaching its point. Because it's like, well, I've touched something, so I have to stop. It's really annoying. Another point of do as I say, not as I do, don't really try and do what I'm doing here, where I'm trying to go for the neck. Don't go for the neck. Go for, like, the head or the pot. It makes it so much easier. Especially since you're bound to tip it over just because of the height of it. And also the moving platform that it's going to be on. I think I contemplated just resetting here. I think that's why there's such a long pause. I think I just contemplated resetting. But I continued on. I pushed it further away from me. But it didn't seem to move too much on the platform. So I thought, okay, that's fine. It's not going to move too much from the spot, so I can just... I just have to line it up. Ideally, that's what you want to do with any moving target in this claw machine game, but that, you know, it can be a rupee grind, and yeah, not many people... Well, I say that. I was about to say not many people would go around getting all the rupees, but rupees are not hard to come by in this game whatsoever, because I have like 1,000 going into this. And that is the winning pull. It was incredibly annoying. Give me the 20 rupees. And give me the Piranha Plant. And we're going to take this over to Marin and Taran's house. And on the left, we're going to place the Piranha Plant down. And that just leaves, I believe, one more figurine for now. Because this quest cannot be fully complete until after the main story. The Pokey! And you're probably thinking, oh, it's a tall one, it's gonna take a bajillion tries. I thought the same thing going into it. And then I got it first time. This game loves to really kick me in the dick. When I least expect it. And then when I most expect it, nothing. Instead of a kick, it's a gentle caress. I can't believe I said that. Anyway, bull jokes aside. If we go back up to... Why does he crash on plant? I don't know. Going back up to the 6-occupant house with 2 front doors. And up in the top left of the building, we can place the Pokey down. And that completes all of the figurines. Well, mostly all of them. You'll see. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.